to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Hello, Knights fans, and welcome to another SVU live stream. This is Eastern Conference Finals here. SVU versus RMU. SVU going to be in the red for this game one. RMU in the blue. So these teams did meet before in the regular season, but it was a close best of three. The Knights took it 2-1, but RMU was a really close game three after SVU took game one and RMU took game two. This is a best of five, so it's starting late, 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. Let's see how this plays out in the best of series. For the Knights, you got Atlas up here in the top lane, piloting the Mundo. Seen this a fair bit from Atlas this semester, this season. Yugubian on the Zinzao in the jungle. Soa Lion on the Meld in the mid lane. Mappy on Sipper. And then Eucalyptus on the back lane. So, lane's pretty across the board. I don't see any major advantages here. Zaheen top into the Mundo. See how that ends up looking. Nice looking good with this push down here. You got Zinzao and Malphite pathing opposite sides. Coming in from the Seraphine here, so aligned with Cryo in mid as well. A lot of damage onto. Could be a flash auto, and the execute will get first blood for Soa Lion. Next, not respecting that execute threshold, and use the flash as well. So, gonna miss a lot of CS here with no TP. So Soa Lion getting things started off nicely there for the Knights. Knights bot lane putting a lot of pressure on, getting some poke in. Seraphine gonna miss that one. That'll hurt a little bit. And gonna waste mana on the W. Yeah, close. Level 4 kind of stops moving for a second there. Needs to be a little bit scared of this game window Malphite's gonna have on the top side.
My nose
We'll
is
see if
all
that
blank.
ends up so I like the harassment here in the bot lane for the Knights, but the mana getting low. Now, go back up to chickens while Malphite's on the reset, so Zinzao gonna be at a little faster pace here, have a stronger first bat. See if that ends up meaning anything. I really want to do a gank topside and have him not shopped. Because the Mundo is so low HP, which kind of unfortunate for the Mundo. He's stuck in an awkward wave state here for quite a while. Mel with a great wave state mid though. She'll be able to deny some resources to the Vex, who's super low with no flash. So Zinzao has the speed here on the Malphite. Let's see what we can end up doing with it. Not really any objective to play for, but maybe could get a gank in. Top lane really the only thing exposed right now. Good back here for the Knights. Great bot lane play. Getting the back in. Going to deny that minion wave. So the early laning phase looking nice for the Knights here. That gold lead mid. So I don't think the Knights want an early dragon, but pause coming in. I have no clue what this is about. I would assume something technical. But winner of this auto qualifies for national. Loser will have to get into nationals on points. I think both teams positioned nicely for nationals, a win or lose. Obviously, you want to get that guaranteed spot, and you want the trophy that comes along with conference champion. But we'll see. Probably see both of these teams next week in the national quarterfinals. So they won't be playing against each other most likely, but Knights should be in that tournament. Hopefully, we'll see how things pan out. But we have Overwatch tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. They're in the third place match. We'll see if they're also seeded nicely for nationals on points, so we'll see if they end up making it. They got second place last semester in conference and looking at trying to get third place tomorrow night. So the Overwatch team, if you want to watch that, it'll be here tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern time. We also have Marvel Rivals in nationals. Their nationals game will be next Tuesday. National quarterfinals for the Marvel Rivals team. Looking forward to that. So, still a lot of games left. Semester coming to an end, but the teams live on. So the big thing for me here is going to be this topside scuttle here in 45 seconds. Malphite has a lot of free time before that. Not sure if he's going to end up towning here, trying to get back to it. Zinzao's going to go up there, or is Zinzao going to try to get a dragon? It'll be frozen like this for a minute. This is just what happens with pauses. But it should resume if I don't touch anything in a couple minutes. But you're seeing that gold lead kind of disappear a little bit. Just need to catch some waves top and bot. I don't know where our bot lane is going. Looks like the Knights are looking to do a dragon. So they're going to use that early advantage that has all those first clears. Dragon. I think that's smart. I mean, there was not really anything else to do. So get that dragon stacking happening early. You're going to sacrifice a little bit in the bot lane. But really get to this wave, so they are. Too much of that. Malphite's over missed this. Or was that Malphite? That was Malphite. So we need snap fight. Here's a fight. It's a level 6 Zinzao, but getting dangerously low. Here comes Zinzao. And Zinzao will go down the line. Doesn't have a flash. Will probably die here as well. Dangerously low. Doesn't have any more tools. Will have root, but will die to the soccer ball. So the Knights, needed to keep their Seraphine there at the dragon. Send the Sivir to collect the wave. You don't need your Seraphine to go get the wave, and kind of drop the ball there on the fight. They do end up getting the dragon, but lose 2 in the process. 2 kills do go over to Milio, which is a part of this game I do not agree with. I don't think that whoever gets the last hit should get more gold. I think it's a stupid mechanic. It encourages weird gameplay. But hey, it is what it is. It's good for us right now. So the wave is frozen down bot. We'll see if they can hold that. Malphite just hitting level 6. A little bit scary here for the Knights, but it looks like he's on the upside. Low line trying to pressure his advantage into the Vex. Getting the Vex low. One more Q plus an auto plus an ult should be a kill, but not going to be able to hit the Q. Tail end of the E. So gold lead now in the favor of RMU. See if the Knights can navigate through that. The 6 for the bot lanes. Jostling happening on the top side. This is out looking for a fight. Maybe vision. I'm not sure how this is. Oh, we're just kind of chilling for the grubs. We're going to start up these grubs. They're going to know. We'll get the window passive. They are bringing the Mel up. Vex not here quite yet. It does have ultimate. So this is going to be an intense situation. Soline in an awkward spot. Doesn't have the flash. Knights get 2 grubs. Looks like they're going to just be happy with the 2 grubs. So it could set up turn visit, but no. Gonna just take the 2 grubs, get back to laning. I like that. I think it's dangerous. Fighting into a level 6 Malphite. Filing here for the Knights. Getting some good poke on Amelia. Where are briefcases at? So big advantage mid for the Knights, but advantage top and ADC for RMU. Oh, here we go. Get a Q from the Simmer. Oh, but here comes the counterattack from the Smolder. He will decide not to. Knights bot lane looking more aggressive than usual, and I like it. Not taking a summoner spell, but will. Oh, here we go. Here's the Vex. We're going to go in on Mappy. Mappy's going to flash away and then run in. So the Vex will get out. Almost a good situation there for the Knights. Now the extended situation not going their way. You do not want to fight this into the Malphite. It's going to be getting baited. They smartly back off. They're getting a lot done mid. Vex with no TP might lose a majority of this wave. So he's moving in the right position there for the Vex, but wasn't able to block the ultimate. Now we're looking for this with our bot lane not here. They are showing up now though, but no mid laners for RMU. Malphite does have flash, will flash there, and will ult. So we'll get the ult out from the Malphite, and that's pretty nice. I don't know what the timer is here on the dragon. 19 seconds, so that's going to be great. That's going to be great for the Knights to get that cooldown out right before this dragon spawning. And I don't see why we wouldn't just start that up right away. We'll get feared. That was kind of glitchy. Spectator glitchiness. Like that Q. Start up that dragon. Atlas just kind of chinchilling top. Desperately wants to kill this Vex. Ulti? Who knows? Who knows? So Knights with 2 dragon lead, but do not have the gold lead. Sivir needs to get down here for this cannon minion. Can we get a Sivir pizza on that? Yes, we can. So dragon stacking name of the game here for the Knights, it looks like, in this game 1. Also got the 2 grubs, so looking good on objectives. Really just that one fight after the dragon was unfortunate. And then the missed opportunity with the Vex roam, but Vex needs to, needs to get ahead of this game. Fear of becoming pretty useless. I guess they don't really need the Vex with the Smolder for the stacks. Just kind of a playmaker mid. So things kind of reaching to a point here. Gonna hit the brute, gonna get a lot of damage on the Vex. That's why Soa Line likes this pick so much. A lot of bully potential, a lot of team fight damage. Just trading with the Zahim here. Guvian not looking to go up there. Trying to get this box done. That was control. trying to live, I guess, up top side. Smolder has Essence Reaver, Shiver on no item just yet. So not going to use it twice there. Line getting traded on from the Vexel. This has a lot of upfront damage. But here comes your Gubian. No flash on the Vex. Fear coming up. Should be an easy kill for your Gubian. That'll go into Solaline's pocket. I feel like your Gubian's taking that one. With a flash out here from window. Doesn't need to. Okay, playing it risky. We'll hit the... We'll get the trade. Yes. So, there we get... I would have played that slightly differently, but got the trade. Didn't lose too many minions. Neither of them need to be really ahead of the game, especially Zaheen buying that early. Slow down the smite. Like I was saying, I think the Zinzao getting that kill has more value than the Mel. It's early. That's a bit of a deal. Alright, so minute 40 on the dragon. Oh, just gonna miss the skill shot. Could have been a kill right there. I think that should have been a kill, honestly. And now, allowing the Vex to clear this ward. From my POV. They're on the Herald. Let's see how this unfolds up here. They're first to it. Here comes Malphite. Over the Weaver. Weaver afraid to take that bush. Technically given up here from RMU. Not in position to contest this. Pretty much every objective so far in this game. 30 seconds on the dragon, and that's where the fight is going to be. Really going to decide a lot. So I feel like RMU not going to give up that dragon without a fight. And implications of that fight could be game deciding, depending on if it goes strong one way or strong the other. Looking at the Malphite, you got Malphite, Vexel, and Seraphine. Really your big ults that you want to be looking out for in this next fight. Nice first to the Scuttle. These are top laner looking to get involved. And this, I think that's smart for both of them. Neither of them really want to do anything until they have first item. Window 5, this 1v1 up here. So it looks like the Knights are resetting bot side. They have vision set up. We're looking for a reset into the possible contest of the dragon. We'll get checked out. So RMU thinking about taking this. Knights looking to give it. And actually, they're going to gank this on here. So, probably a Herald drop up here. And this is a complete 180 from the Knights. Catching RMU off guard. RMU using a lot of resources to secure this third dragon. It feels like they thought they would. But the Knights flipping the script and had the same read. And actually use that time to apply pressure to this tower. This is a huge influx of gold for the Knights. So, I love that decision. Getting the kill on Zaheen, getting the tower pressure topside, getting this full tower just for a dragon. And that's not counting the resources used to set up that dragon, the time used. So, Knights feeling good after that decision. So that will stall the pressure of the soul. Just sitting around here. Mappy, you don't want to check that bush. You really don't want to check that bush. You really want to just sit on your turret and farm. Over here. Window's going to see the mount play. So now this Zaheen has no turret. I feel like it's not in the 1v1. Probably, but I don't know about the 1v2 against the Mal. Get the root right here. So we botched that up. That was not great. But the Knights don't give any window of opportunity to the mount play down the bot side, which is good. Maybe we'll get the other ward. Oh, yes. Huge value coming in. So things things kind of doing their thing. Where will the next play be? How these lane assignments end up panning out. Mid and top, hard for RMU to farm with those tier 1s missing. Put too much pressure on the deck. Yeah. Gonna look bot side. I don't think this is ever gonna work. But won't even get flat. So maybe it was efficient because it was out. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track. So just kind of filling the silence with a little bit of pressure on the Milio. Makes them a little bit scared to push up the window. So we'll see if they start putting some pressure on the enemy jungler here. Asher has spawned. So the line will form into the side. How great that is for the mount. So Vex is going to come down and lane into the window. I don't think that's so good for Vex. I mean, window does have the armor boots. So right? Like, you're a low burst. So this is kind of greedy here for the Knights. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this one. Outplay. It's still a 4 at best, but the Knights are a little bit out of position. But there comes the snipe from Solo Lion. We'll catch the Milio with that off angle. So the Knights sneakily get a cheeky kill there. Played around each other nicely, and the turret will get picked up from Alice. I think he just runs down the Vex. I mean, maybe not. She does have Ignite, but you know, I would try. I would run away, right? So the Knights, with some good pressure there into the enemy jungle, will find a kill. Another kill for Soa Lion. First mount fight ult used in a fight didn't turn out do too much. 20 seconds on this dragon. Window gonna find the mount fight. No ult mount fight. Window just gonna hold control of this bush. Seraphine doesn't really want she's not a window. She's most definitely not a window. Let's see in this situation. So, window just, or mount fight just down, we'll turn on the dragon. So, he's not going to be able to get back. The Knights are just going to try to get this as fast as possible. Fight. So, Smolder's mom doesn't love him. And now the Knights with 3 dragons threatening that soul in 5 minutes. Sights up here towards the Baron side, control of the North River. After doing good, keeping up in CS. Top lane evened out. Jungle, we have a little bit of advantage. Mid, we have a little bit of advantage. So the Knights farming well. Laning phase went well. Now it's just going to come down to this vision control. Red Panda doing a great job fighting for vision on RMU POV. Knights with a 3K gold lead. Dragon lead. And Atlas just relentless in the side lane. Plate after plate after plate. He's going gates. Atlas 2G. So this is Atlas liking his fight potential against this Sahin with the build that he's going with here. Next, you need to figure out when and if they can do this Baron. Because RMU really giving a lot of space. The Knights could possibly just flash in from the Sahin. So Mundo using the ulti. Comes the revive. Okay, the revive would be really helpful. Mundo is ulting. So, okay. Off the fight here. Ult will go in. We'll hit the Ilya. Here comes Vex. Vex ult lands on Eucalyptus, but won't pull the trigger. So Knight's a little bit hesitant there with the Malphite coming up so close. Not able to get through that tankiness. They are going to start up the Baron. Looks like it's just a bait. The Lindo once, or the Malphite once again. It's hard for the Knights. They're gonna have to find a way to connect their Lindo to this fight. I think if you kept on fighting that Sahin, maybe could have TP'd up. But Knight's not feeling too much pressure to quickly. They have good scaling with the Sivir. Smolder's going to scale as well, but pretty even across the board. So, Atlas versus again in the bot lane. Dragon in a minute 20, and that's really where the Knights are gonna try to fight, gonna try to get that dragon secured. Don't have very advanced vision, which is a little bit rough. They have all this time right now with no one on the map here to defend the enemy's red side jungle, but the Knights a little bit too scared to go in and get some vision down. I'd like to see some advanced wards here, but they have the bare minimum. So this is gonna be a 5v5. This is gonna be a fight. This is gonna be a fight. This is the best fight for the Knights. I mean, I think it's a great fight. You just gotta fight it correctly. Fight it on your terms. There's some shallow vision. I think I might get caught out here, though. Really need to pull that forward. Now Xin Zhao hurt this fight for the Knights. Looks like not gonna hold. Gonna flash out. So Knights take control of the South River. Burn the Seraphine. The Dragon not quite up just yet. So I think that was a little bit too early. And I don't think they got enough resources out. So this is a scary fight here for the Knights. No Seraphine ult. Window still has ult. Vex has ult. Atlas gonna try to clog up that choke point. It's gonna reflect. Here comes the Malphite. He'll hit two. Here comes the rest of the squad. He's just gonna flash out. Get the ulti. Who's on the back line? It's just Atlas. Are the Knights going for the dragon? Are they going for the fight? Yahubian's going for the dragon, but I think he should be going for the fight. But gonna try to get the dragon, and the Knights just gonna win both. I'm not gonna go hard for the kills, which I'm fine with, I guess. I thought maybe there were some kills there, but maybe not. Just Smolder still with Flash and with Cleanse. The Knights gonna try to get double objectives here while the Malphite's down. And I gotta think it's good decision making. I think it's good discipline from the Knights coming out, getting that dragon, and realizing that, hey, Malphite, Deck's still dead. There's no way they can contest this Baron, which I don't know that that's 100% true, but that's the theory we're going with, and I like it. I like it. I think that that is good discipline play coming out from Michael where, you know, I would have flashed into that team, you know? So, my coach would have been yelling at me. So, you know, good job, good discipline from the Knights. They'll pick up old Big B. Go up, I don't know, 5.3k gold. So, Knights in great position here to see what they can do with this pressure.
Red team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Game 2, Knights up 1-0 in the best of 5, first to 3.
Minions have spawned.
So we will see how things look here in game number 2. Knights with the exact same team setup except for mid lane. Mel got banned, so we went Victor. RMU going with the Mordekaiser top. The Zahin switching over to jungle now. Then we have the Vigar and the Jinx and the Braum rounding out the team. So Soul Lion on the Victor. Going to be a little bit harder to find those solo kills early on. But we'll have more damage potential in the long run, I would suppose. Oh, we're going to miss that. Hurt the trade here for Atlas. So junglers starting opposite sides once again. Early action gonna be limited. Level 2 coming in, but the Knight's gonna match with their level 2 on that minion. So nothing too crazy happening.
Not so fast! You're going! Shoot something!
Soul Line getting a great trade there. Inside engage. So, last game I thought Knights played really clean game. They didn't really piggyback off of like a fantastic early game or anything. You know, it was just kind of standard. Even losing that one fight, but Milio getting the kills did kind of bail the Knights out slightly in that first dragon scuffle. But the Knights playing a nice patient game, found the windows, capitalizing on it. Great ults from the ults down the stretch, open things up. So PP picked up here by the winner, gonna help get back in the lane. Didn't like the Vex. No TP ignite situation. I agree. That was kind of unfortunate. Go line with no TP. We'll see if that gets exploited. Jinxing the big time, dude. That is the official name. Problem like the freeze bot. You know, neither bot lane really wants to fight together. Atlas hitting every single document possible. This is mirroring the first game as far as the jungle goes. So, Zayn gonna be back with more gold to spend. Getting back on in a second. Outside camps. Soul Line still out trading the Vagar. Even with loot pickup, not able to dodge out on those lasers. Minion's gonna tank one for your boy Mappy. A little bit of gold lead here, top lane falling behind CS. for the Knights. Now it's looking pretty even. I'm not sure what's going on top side. Expecting them now, or there may be a little too much. Down 6-5. Does have a wave pushing in, so I'm not dying on this wave. Here comes the fight here for the first time. Coming over the wall. Here for the but the gate goes down. The Knights trying to close it. They will get it for the Victor. The Victor will find it. The first blood goes over. But Rhaegar super exposed here. Victor find a kill. Yes, we'll find one in retaliation. So the Knights do get the dragon and get a traded kill. Kind of a sloppy first engagement there. The Knights end up getting the dragon. They lose the first blood money, but they get the traded kill in the end. So both mid laners picking up a kill to keep things pretty even here. I'm gonna get a little bit ahead with that huge wave now in. So life goes on, as it so often does. Till Rebel turn on the So, I mean, Mundo has had constant pressure here on top. Mordekaiser are trying to freeze the wave. Now, that's going to allow first rotate to Mundo for the grub to see if Mordekaiser changes the plan. Yeah. Got the ult here. Mundo is not using those. Instant off your ghost. That's option stuff, but it's gonna flash out. So, Grub's coming up in 1 second. Mundo first moored with TP. This is rough. Grubs here for the Knights, and they're bringing Braum up. So this is going to be a 1. Got the 1. Can you get 2 and get out? This is not a fight. This is not the fight you're looking for for the Knights. But they're kind of slow to see this. So Juvian is going to get out and should. Oh, wait. Ooh, I don't know about this. Reed setting in. We'll smite it. We'll flash. So flash for the third grub. I think that's worth. No more of a fight. Would have liked it better. Seraphine stayed bot, but did match the roll, which was nice. So no fight happening. Knights scoot out of there with 3 grubs. And call it a heist. So still gold leads here. Where are you? Where's my gold? Oh, man, I changed my keybind. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so 400 there in the top lane. 200 in the bot lane. So, slight advantage for mid jungle here tonight, but not enough to make up that 400 gold lead for RQ. Not the end of the world. There we go. Spell shield on the Braum Q. Get a little HP back. Use flash either, but we'll use ult, so let's get traded out. Minus when the Jinx comes through. Just a little softening up maybe for this dragon. So like, I'm trying to get a plate. Is getting a big CS lead in mid lane. But top lane bot favoring RMU. Dragon spawning up. The Knight's gonna get right on it right away. There is a ward. Not quite there. Seems on the way. Where's our mid laner? Mid laner a little bit late. Giving up the spade. A little bit late to the party. Don't really get the fight they want. You know, if you're Seraphine, hard. Started, but didn't look like they were really on the same page. So their line was a little bit late, let them get through the choke. Sivir was collecting the wave bot. So, but just a dragon, no kills, no deaths. So we'll see what ends up happening here. No objectives up for a little bit. Yeah, Herald spawning at 15. So we're chilling. Ward is out. Neither of these teams seem very open, so you know, never count either one out in the best of, or in any individual game. Once again, scaling is fairly similar. You do the stacking of the trade ults once again. More. These out and come up there. Vigor has boots, using them well now with the dodges. Here comes a damn bot side. Tagged by that. Get blocked. He's just gonna die. That would deny him from holding the wave. Death goes over to the Zaheen. So, here we go. But gonna meet the Zaheen in the jungle. But gonna opt out. Gonna just take some camps in. Took the blue. Couldn't quite get the Gromp. Trail coming up. Both supports rotating up for it. So this could be a big fight, but no ult here for the Seraphine. Deny the happy crew. defensive control wards. Both sides. But Mordekai's on front. Chase down. Split focus though coming in, and Zaki will go down. So you lose Eucalyptus on the backside. The Knights should still be able to fight this. Mordekai's is coming out on the ulti, or is in the ulti with Victor, but will be put out now. Looking for these ways to go in to find that kill. Will live on 1 health for now. Soul Lion looking for some damage, doesn't have enough. Mappy in mid, gonna try to push that up. Might just go down, back down bot. So the Knights win the extended trade. They might have earned themselves a Herald. Mappy should be able to get back to the wave as well. So still dead even. Both sides picking up a couple kills. Knights winning out slightly with the Herald take. And they use it as well as they did in game 1. The reflection, and here comes the dragon. So will it be just a trade? Will the Knights try to contest that as well? Not quite on it just yet. Knights gonna see them on the board. Now we do the Seraphim. There is one. So let's see. Start the dragon. Here comes the crew here for the Knights. That needs to connect to the rest of the team. Seraphim's coming over. Could get a big ult here. Oh, we're gonna hit 2 next time. They don't know about it. Yes, they do. It's gonna hit 2 next ult. That's huge lead. The dragon will go over to RMU, but the kills might go over to the Knights. They grab 2 kills. They lose the dragon, but 2 kills. One in the pocket of the Victor and one in the pocket of the Xin Zhao is fantastic there for the Knights. So the objective goes over to RMU, but the kills go over to the Knights. We'll see which is more valuable in the long run. But a great ult, great setup from Eucalyptus. The Knights, nice and patient, found the angle they needed, found a good fight. Tower getting super low as well. So the Lion. Constant pressure on the Vagar, 40 CS.
Get together. Stop the track.
That's way late. Gonna hold these. A lot of buttons. Gonna live. So a lot of buttons used, but they do survive. Vagar dead. That should be tower mid. Late's going to be traded bot. Oh, it's going to be tower bot first. So that's unfortunate.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Nice top side. There's the Zaheen. No top side help from over the top. We'll see. Victor gonna go bot side, collect these waves. So, I mean, these teams neck and neck, and this is what we expected out of this series. It's what we saw earlier in the season. It's gonna come down to some decision making or some mechanics later on in this game to really separate this gold lead or objective lead.
I've been looking for you.
Alright, window coming down, looking for something on the block, but it's a little bit tanky of a target. Also aligned with a trap. He's gonna spring it on the Vagar. Can he get the solo kill? Yes. No options. Here comes the Zaheen, but I mean, I don't know that he does much better. He's gonna flash out. So Soul Lion asserting his dominance, a force to be reckoned with, and here comes the Herald, I'm sure, in the bot lane. Get some gold in the pockets of these guys. Soul Lion with a great angle there on the Vagar, finding the kill. Yeah, they're setting the trap though. actually going to go around and Soul Lion but we'll actually get the flash of the Jinx, so actually big braining it. Mondo brain. Thought the flash was more valuable than the gold. Made a calculated decision to miss the tower, hit the wall, and it gets killed. Victor not used to having mobility, so when you have the Herald, you gotta make the most. And this is what I go back to. I still think Victor should have the ghost in this game. Has the barrier. I guess that's player preference. I'm greedy. I like flying around the fight. Having two tools to move around. On the dragon, neither team wanted to give that one. Knights eking out gold. And I mean, this is very reminiscent of game 1. I remember. I don't remember a lot, but both teams neck and neck. Coming down the stretch, trying to get these objectives. I think the Knights have less pressure now with the will hit the ultimate. Keep back a little bit. Let's keep the pressure up, not allowing for any return fight. Mordekaiser is here, so they're looking at 5v5. And how will the Knights play this? Will they just go for the top turret? I don't think they should, considering I kind of don't want them to go to 3 dragons. But they don't know that they towned, and now they're giving them full reset. So Knights hesitate. Window getting the turret. Really key. I mean, if the Knights are going to fight this, Window has to TP. Double control ward, that makes it better. Use a lot of mana. So, we're fighting a 4v5. We've looked at the ulti, but his dodge now. So the Knights sacking the dragon for the tower back. Everyone agrees with this decision. But what the Knights want to do, it sounds like, Window at least, not committing the TP. The Knights don't lose anybody. It was close. So, I don't know. Have to do the calculations on the value of gold, the gold from the top lane versus the dragon being on soul point. You know? Don't know. I feel like the Knights was relatively strong. I feel like 5v5 isn't necessarily against their fate. But don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if this is a big rain or if this is can't quite get the knockout on the guard. TP away. But not necessarily to save it. It's just kind of just play. Life is done. Pretty boring. Yeah, for me. Not the kind of game I'd play, I'll tell you that much. I'd be fighting. I would have fought him at that dragon, I'd have fought him at this baron, I'd have fought him all the day long. But not with the Night. Trade back to level up. Trade with this guy. What are we scared of? Brom? If Brom's down here for an hour, then we get Baron. Come on. Come on, Mundo. Have some confidence out there. So, now, counting. Not be good. Still not good. Really not good. This is Baron territory. We die. So let's not die. hot town in this choke. For all you aspiring League of Legends players out there, that probably top 3 worst places you can count. So, 2 minutes on the next dragon. Kind of scary. I don't know that soul is like that big of a deal, but still, don't love anything. Surely the Knights aren't going to try to trade, right? I mean, I think like Window should be. They do have a sneaky ward here. So lazy control from the Knights, allowing vision into the Baron's field. See it with his shuttle. Save the world. Plates. There's a lot of window damage on that tower. It's going to get ulted, but it'll level up. You have Saki coming down here. The Knights could start up the Baron if they see this. But they don't see it because inside the ult. Window with both summoners. Use your buttons. Window cannot die here. The Knight's not going for the Baron though. Going for the Veigar kill. So we'll get the Veigar kill. Window's going to survive. And no. Nothing. A lot of nothing. 30 seconds on Dragon. So, yeah. Okay, we'll flash. Okay, 10 seconds on the Dragon. They're gonna go for 50-50 RMU. I don't know why they're doing it. I guess the fear of Baron if you die for it. Pretty sure they have perfect vision of this, which I before. They do not actually. The Knights call it out nice. We'll grab that straight. Get the slow on the side. Back to Legion go. I seal this skill for you. Alright, enough of the double wards. So, Knights get a dragon that doesn't really do anything, but slows down the enemy. What's the plan? I don't see much of a plan just yet from either side. I see a whole lot of farting around. So let's see if someone can orchestrate something with these lane assignments. Create some sort of advantage. Okay. Okay. Well. South side. The Knights don't know that, but could work to. The Baron 30 minutes in. give Baron, see what they can do. The last Baron they got, they ended the game with. I don't know if that's going to be possible in this game state. Alright, so Baron is up. What will the Knights do with it? Okay, they got Steve going big spot. Still the same negative impact. Nice arch. No kills. Inhibitor number 1 goes down.
His inhibitor has been destroyed.
Inhibitor number 5.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
And if the Knight's plan was to bore them to death, they're succeeding. Come on, cannon minions, super shots going in. Oh, Braum trying to block. He can't block. Great. Knights will get 2. 6,000 gold. And the Knights, look, I mean, they're in a great position. I mean, hey, I'm going to complain no matter what. So, yeah. I'm a, 28 minutes is a late game for me. We're in super late game for my brain. 10 seconds on another soul attempt for RMU. The Knights are going to try to defend the bomb. Dance position. For somebody's W2. We'll get low after. Thinking about learning to dominate. And they're going to push him off the objective. Have those waves. Get another dragon. Not sold yet. All these super minions now. The Knights really need to be decisive of what they're going to do. What I would do is send 4 top. I would send 4 top, 1 mid, that one being window, and then get that 3rd inhibitor. And it looks like they're doing something similar to that. Sending 5 top. Now the reason you don't want to send 5 top is because you want to get that two angles of pressure. You want to have that window mid to escort that wave in as close as you can to the enemy base. That really makes people uncomfortable. And then can, poke from the side, really just zone them off that turret for free. But look how far away that wave is. Save it. Window just kind of AFK playing PvP. Not a great fight for the Knights. Jinx will fire off. Let's throw the fight and their lead. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So, instead of playing patient siege. Knights just kind of try to fight. Give RMU their only way back to the game. So here we are for another 1,000 years. Sometimes the team just doesn't see the checkmate. Gold completely tied, Dragon's tied. Jinx gets 2 kills, has 4 items now. So Jinx will be feeling great. Has super minions to farm. Victor still have enough power to carry the fight from the night. Move away from the boss side. They see Mordekaiser town. Does have PP. But if they fight fast, they might be able to get on the Jinx. The Jinx with no summoners. So if that Seraphine ult hits, just collapse on that Jinx. These are getting incredibly close. So, there's the fight. Where's the king? On Baron. Soulmine trying to get Jinx. Can't quite do it. Yugubi's gonna go in. Yugubi's gonna find the Jinx. Anyways, we have the rest of this fight. Here's healing. Here's Mordekaiser. Soulmine getting low. Oh my god. Like, too slow to get off the Baron. Here's another fight. Base getting attacked by supers, but the inhibitors are respawned, so they're just like confused, not doing diddly. So Baron will go over to neither side. Another fight I think the Knights should have had. So here comes the soul fight. 20 seconds, Knight's still dead. So there's going to be soul going over. Don't have any teammates. Flash. Now over to RMU. This is a series that we talked about. We thought it might go this one. Yeah. Right now looking like it might. Knights need to play the fight. That's the plan. Playing this low. Here comes Vagar. Knights just trying to get the Baron. To be able to burst Will. Down as well. No Atlas still living so far. Is Mundo Atlas? Get the Baron. They lose 1 kill for it. So we'll see what they can get done with this Baron mode. so glibly 2K RMU. I don't think that's really has anything to do with anything. It's more like really just access to the Jinx. The Jinx now is summoners back up. So if the Knights can get the Jinx, it should be okay in the fight. If it cannot, they extended fight. He will not die. Window. Like dancing better now. With the 2 lanes of pressure. Can they get that one fight?
Has been destroyed.
My shield is here for you.
Hit him, getting chipped down. Baron really had a annoying thing for the enemy. Deal with it, like using it well. Early. But slowly whittling away.
His turret has been destroyed.
That window needs to shift over to that. Okay, so next we'll take 2 inhibitors. And, I don't know why they're leaving. Okay, so you got window to mid here. He needs to... Okay, we're all down. Counting before the Elder. I got the reestablished pressure. So let's see what the Knights can do.
team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah, wait, I think we're on now.
Oh yeah, we're on.
Yeah, okay, awesome. Hi guys.
Hi, stream.
We are up 2-0 now. We're feeling pretty good.
Hey.
Sorry. We are so back. Thank you for watching, by the way, and supporting the stream. This is Ren the Jungler. We are so happy to have you all here. Your support is what allows us to play and stream. I'm serious though, like seriously. So, truth. Thank you all. Enjoy the 3-0. Smile. Coming up shortly. See ya.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for game number 3 of the best of 5. The Knights up 2-0 after that very close game 2.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Knights now on blue side. Comp completely switched up except for the Seraphine as the support.
Minions
This
have
is Fortune,
spawned.
Lysandra, Zaheen, and Tom Kench. So the Zaheen right side. Game 3. Will the Knights close it out? Will RMU force a game 4 and try to reverse sweep? Find out in the next, hopefully less than 40 minutes. Oh, we'll see how things opening up. The Knights with a little bit different of a shape, and so is RMU with a tank top with that horn.
Sit down and listen.
Carries. Oh, kind of juggernaut. And with that horn, I guess he does the roll too. Does kind of everything. Not able to hit the tongue. 2 games of Mundo forgot how to tongue. Yeah. Those grabs and procs get a carry. Under here, force the line. I like that. Hide behind the wall. Ankle. Power shot goes over. The aftershock gonna keep Nautilus pretty good at HP. So line, look for level 3 here. What are you looking for? Killing. This hook goes wide. Ooh, not able to hit the field. Will stay good, but will be hit by the brittle. Jungle is pathing same side this time for the first time in the series. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Do we have an E? No, we don't space the W. It's going to be an E auto ignite. That'll be first blood over to Solo Lion. So it's not pretty, but it does get the job done. So it's a little bit awkward here for the Knights in the bot lane. Get some vision. Scuttle fight happening. No prio here top lane, but Mike is coming for Gubian. Look for the 1v1 against the Sedge. Sedge does have flash, but getting a good amount of damage in. We'll get the flash and look for the double scuttle. And we'll get it. So Sichuani gonna seed the double scuttle there to the Gubion. Getting a lot done with that hook. Not a great step up. Okay, we're going in for the no flash Vagar. Comes to Gubian. He's able to get the pullback and will. So that should be a dead Vagar. Yes, it is. Atlas going in on the horn. Likes his eyes. Has played a fair bit of horn. Will miss the tongue though. What are we aiming at? I like confidence though. That'd be ignite. Probably could get the flash. Quite fun. Knight's off to a good start. 2 kills here. 1 for Gubian, 1 for Soa Lion. Really good start here. Oh, I gotta move. No, I gotta move. Here, so you guys can see the mini map. Oh, I see what's going on. That was for some other game. I had the camera over there. I forget. Probably, I think it was Overwatch. on level 6. No ignite. There gets vision out for the dragon. Looking on that Vhagar once again. Setting him up. Setting him up. Trouble. He's in trouble. He's dead. Another kill. 0-3 here for the Vhagar. Knights. Setting up a tank. Okay, no. He doesn't fight Boxer though. But Boomian's here. Nautilus is gonna have to flash. Will not get back in. Go up. Dead. Up damage to get the kill. Are the Knights fighting or are they running? Here comes Vhagar. The fight's not looking great. Happy on the wrong side. The Knights should have tried to do the dragon. Atlas will die as well, so the Knights giving them some sloppy kills. Fighting before their level 6 was not what they wanted. Really just needed a little bit more patience. I know they got the kill on the Vhagar, but it's okay. You don't need to start the objective. It's too greedy, and the death top is so bad. Losing so much is Tom Kench. The Knight's going to be in a hole this game. See if they can make up for it. Down here. Oh, this is level 5. Might be hitting level 6 somewhat soon. Let's take a look. Not really too soon. Soon on Seraphine. Soon, less soon. Looking for a level 6 on this wave. There it is. Switch is still stepping up. Trying to get some posts. Might get hooked. Gonna let the wave push in. Might start with the grubs. And should be able to get it way before Nautilus is able to get up there. So, the grubs secured. The CS advantage, mid and bot. The DF sword though coming in for the Jink for those 2 assists. 2 kills for the Sedge, you're gonna make him extremely happy. Flash on the horn. Up, no, but here comes the whole squad. Okay, we're gonna beat him. Kill him. We have misfortune, yes we do, but he gets flashed by the Jinx. Luca's gonna flash, but it's gonna be late. Mappy's gonna run for his life. Can he trade back on the Jinx? Oh, it's so close to minions! Mappy finds the kill! Huge trade kill there for Mappy. That's what you like to see out of the Mapster. Almost with a 20 CS lead, has the confidence to turn that kill back around. Resources to take out the game. See if that ends up having some sort of impact on the game. Let's get Atlas a kill. Lion not going to take too much damage off that poke. Veigar with no flash once again, so exploitable still. Ignite, ult coming up to so Alliant not going to be able to cancel the TP. The recall, whatever you want to call it, it's the same thing. Let's get some enemy vision in our south side. So things pretty even. Things pretty even. At the end of the day. Looking for a fight on the orange. Dragon coming up in 30 seconds. Bottle is securing a lot of vision here for RMU in the Dragon side. Was taking the full brunt of the horn combo. So Dragon situation getting set up. They're not going to allow vision. Here comes the squad. AoE, the Mappy AoE ultimate, and they have the ult on the Jinx as well, and the Knight's cleaning up. 3 kills. Great AoE. Alice trolls to the top lane, doesn't flash, should have. The Knights find 3 kills on the other side of the map and will pick up the Dragon. Great bait, get great dodge on the Jinx. Lure them into the hole. Almost has kill on the Veigar once again. Not going to be able to get it. Pushing him out of lane just as good though. So Knights get a little bit of a gold lead here. What can they turn it into? What's the soul? Out soul? Happy getting flanked by the Nautilus. Can he dodge? Oh, he holds, tries to outsmart it. He's gonna get chain CC. Does have barrier. Will he use it? Barrier! I always forget about the barrier. I don't know if it would have survived. I don't know where Seraphine was there. Or what, how that happened. But not a good death. Not a good death. Okay, so not much happening. World's coming up in minutes. But it is somewhat playable. Those 2 death battles really good. Did get that kill with King. And down 2 levels to this orange. Lost so much damage because of those deaths. Now we're getting both things. Not gonna flash. We're not gonna flash. As well. We'll get the passive stack. Could be a turnaround for the Knights. Trying to get the orange and the Sage. That's possible. Ult the Sage with the Lissandra ult. And not be able to get her there. So, trying to get both, but we'll at least get one. Herald coming up in 10. There'll be another fight for it, I'm sure. Smartly. Nautilus for the Herald. But will the Knights know? Let's bring a Seraphine, so could be another full-fledged fight up here. Really tanky topside Sedge and Ornn have a lot of gold. Here they come into the river. Look for the Vagar. Possibly. We're looking. There's a lot of AoE from Solar Lion. Yagubian doing a lot of damage as well. It's just the Sedge with a shoot rocket over the top, but the Knights will find 3 kills. Great Seraphino into the combo from the Lysandra, and Yagubian with the cleanup, and the Knights find the kills they needed. So really good fight there. A lot of damage to this turret here coming in from Solar Lion. EP coming out from Vagar. Kind of looking to try to get the kill on Soa. Gonna get flat. Oh no! Got caged. Was too scared of the ult execute. Should have waited for the E. Could have E'd north as well. Not a great death. Gonna try to kill. Go back. Doesn't have the damage or does it? Yes. Yagubian will find the kill. Dragging this up. Vagar is dead with no TP. Can we connect our misfortunes as well? These are all questions that I don't have answers to. Look, they're looping around. Okay. Nice shit like this. The odds of this one. We don't have. There's no, I think it's taking right here. Got no flash. She will die. I think the Knights could have taken more. But I guess with the Jinx sums up, it's a little bit scary. I will get the dragon and get a kill. Ult used by Ornn. Or something? Or no, I think I saw that. Just trying to defend. Vision does have a huge collapse coming in from Yagubian. The Cleanse will come out. But the root lands, she still has flash. Can they get the flash out? She's not even going to be able to flash. She's going to flash and still die. Solar Lion with the commitment of the flash. Ulti catches the Jinx off guard. Jinx way too greedy with the flash. A huge kill and turret pressure now in the bot lane. Knights jumping their gold lead up here with some good plays. Now you see why the Zahin was taking the first 2 games by RMU. They decided to go red side, give up the Zahin, but so far looking great in the hands of Michael Yagubian. With a 4K gold lead. 2 dragons. They used the Herald already. Atlas needs to be careful. Doesn't know that he needs to be careful. Ornn giving him a lot of space to walk up. Should be able to W. Now can W. Still gonna flash. How much damage can Yagubian do in a 1v2 now? damage to deal with this machine. And now looking for the Jinx with no cleanse, no flash. Gonna fall into the room, and that's gonna be another kill, and the Knights are striking across the map. 3 down from RMU. Tom Kench draws the pressure. Baits for his jungler. And still with the Seraphine, Mapio could still pressure, but deciding not to. It's fun, you get a lot of value top. You got your Zahin getting his turret. Knights really getting a good gold lead here.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And Baron's on the table as well, so with the Knights gold lead, that's definitely a possibility. Definitely an angle they could play for. They'll clear out this ward. No, the ward! The ward! To be honest, Ward's trying to get down for the fight. Just nice move to get the woods cleared out here. This fight coming in. Nothing to fight over. They're fighting over a vision. Nice lead. A ward that has a lot of breath left. But no one really doing anything. Chilling. 45 on the dragon. I feel like Ornn has to be at this dragon if they're going to contest it. Ornn, huge power point. Needs to disrupt the enemy. Our backline, the enemy backline, before they get comboed. Alright, they can have some discipline in this push. Here comes Nautilus. They're looping around the long way. So they understand the control that SVU has. They're looping around the long way. Here comes the orange. So it's going to be a 5v5, but Tom is late. He'll be looking. Seraphine to find an ult here. Oh, this 4-man ult right there. 4-man ult just waiting to happen. Soul Lion's got to find the angle. Knight's afraid to pull the trigger. And they let the enemy pull the trigger. Retaliation, but it's not great. Knight's too slow, but trying to salvage it with their gold lead. They'll find two. They can't get on the Jinx just yet. Alex trying to move Soul Lion too low. Going down with the Zanyas. Might not be able to lose this. Does have flash. Gonna try to get out. Doesn't flash down. Not flashing. The Knights will find 5 for 2. What ends up being a good fight. I mean, I would have liked the engage coming from us, but hey, we'll take it. Nice, navigate the fight well. Use that gold really well. I don't think Soul Lining did die there. I didn't check if Flash was actually up for Soul Lion. If it was up, definitely should not have been a death. But if not, understandable. Like Yubian going crazy, Snappy cleaning it up. That was existing. Boxes getting checked. So Knights now with an 8K gold lead here. Biggest gold lead I think of the night. I want to say. I don't remember any other such goals by either. So, good early game here, good mid game. Can the Knights keep the pressure on? They're one away from Soul. Baron is up as well. But the hesitation in that last fight leads me a little bit worried about the Knights understanding their strength. Did kill the Jinx, but there was no summoners used, so those are still going to be up. I don't know if the Knights will get baited by that. Oh, almost got the red buff. How do they know? Why did she have her scanner on? It's hard with like the universal vision to like be in the head of the players sometimes and see what they see and see. So Knights with good river control. Gonna get advanced enemy jungle control and gonna look to start up this Baron Nashor. I'd like to ward in that hallway there. No vision. Here they come. They're gonna check it with the Jinx rocket. Knights are not there. The Knights going now, but they don't have a ward over this wall. So they're not ready for the second attack. They're gonna go on Atlas, but are the Knights gonna bring it back on? Jinx comes in, but still no ward over there. Finally, solo line practice. After getting low, Knights going in. They're trying to find the Jinx. They're finally ulting in. Bruce going in, but Jinx gets away. Will Jinx get the resets here? I don't think so. The Knights too tanky, too strong. Well, no, they're gonna back off and try to get the Baron. Not a lot of Baron damage. Fight. Trigger pull. I like to engage those fights. So let's see. With Baron, Soul in a minute 40. A lot of gold on Zaheen. Don't want to give that shutdown over. Sandra doing quite well as well. Happy has some kills, has some damage. A 9k gold lead. I like it, but Atlas not here. Does have the teleport. Army with good distance and vision control. Like sieging with the Baron. We saw him botch the siege last game, but then really do quite well later on. Trying to push up the power that window has. Poke on the Nautilus. There's a window down. Do that. Big R in the bot side. Cannon minions just poking away. Agar feeling a little bit ambitious here. Will have to flash. Open top guys. So Soul is up.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Possibly trying to start that. Check with the rocket shot, playing the Cloud Soul for the night. Knight's not sure how to approach the enemy base. Baron's going to be running off. 3-level advantage on the jungle matchup. Break through the inhibitor line. Agar pushing out there as well. Just this bot side too. Almost a good defense. not respecting the response from RMU. You're now clumped in a death ball. Do not want a 4v5. Yeah.
Blue team has scored an ace.